Hi, this is Mary Beth Hoffman, and I'm here today to give you some key points in the Pennsylvania Gifted Guidelines for Gifted Service Delivery Options. Pennsylvania Gifted Guidelines recommend various service options that can be considered and chosen for gifted and talented programs. A combination of acceleration and enrichment provides the greatest opportunity for flexible programming to meet the needs of gifted students. Before we begin, I'd like you to please take a moment to complete the before presentation portion of the provided questionnaire. I'll set a timer and give you just a couple minutes to do so. So what are service delivery options? Well, there are three main points to thinking about some options. Is it a combination of enrichment and acceleration? Are you providing opportunities that allow for flexible programming and services for students? And are these services based on strength and identified needs? It's amazing how many different options there are for students, especially when classroom teachers know how to differentiate instruction based on the different levels of student learning going on in the classroom. The first question that needs to be answered at the gifted multidisciplinary evaluation meeting is whether a child is gifted and in need of specially designed instruction, period. Once the team answers this question and agrees upon a plan, you can think about enrichment in the classroom by the general education teacher, enrichment with like-minded peers in a resource room, possibly acceleration either across grade level, above grade level, or even acceleration within a curriculum to go deeper and broader. Let's start with elementary options, since that is what I am most familiar with and most of my peers are as well. These are the recommended options from the Gifted Guidelines that State College Area School District is doing well, and not just for gifted students, but for all students who meet certain criteria. I'm wondering if anybody has a strategy that they use to enrich or accelerate the learning of gifted or high ability students that may not be on the list. If you could, about the question at the bottom of the survey. If you could list a strategy or two that you have used with your high ability or gifted students, I would greatly appreciate it. There are many other options of learning at the high school and middle level, but those options are available to all students in our school district, as are many of the options I've previously mentioned. A couple of examples are different interest groups formed by students and staff, competitions, African dance troupes, mock trials, debate teams, CTC exploration, and the many thespian productions, as well as many athletic opportunities that students can claim as credit for physical education. The Pennsylvania Gifted Guidelines serve as a framework to help school districts identify and meet the needs of their gifted population. Not only is it the law to follow Chapter 16 guidelines, but it is what students with exceptional learning abilities deserve. One way to differentiate the curriculum for your high ability learners and gifted students is to change the setting of the curriculum, the pace, delivery, process, and product. Having high expectations for students and teaching perseverance and rigor is just as important as well. Please take a moment to reflect on this slide and jot down any strategy that you would like to learn more about or try with your gifted learners. When you are considering instruction to yield meaningful educational benefit and student progress, not only do you need to focus on the strengths and identified need, want to schedule options that benefit and don't penalize the gifted student's participation. When scheduling gifted plan options require students to miss regular education classes, the gifted individualized education plan should clarify the student's responsibility for completing makeup work from missed regular education classes. Makeup work may be necessary under certain circumstances, but requiring makeup work to be completed that inappropriately penalizes the student and detracts from a successful gifted education is an unintended consequence and should be avoided. As with all educational environments, collaboration is the key to student success. Meeting the needs of students is not only about teamwork, assessments, and data analysis, but it's about communicating those needs to the student and families and the GIEP team. So remember, when you are planning instruction for all of your students, remember to analyze the data frequently, make instruction meaningful, measure the outcomes of those lessons, and most importantly, offer students choice to challenge them and provide them content that builds on their strength areas.